Jerome, okay, Jerome's. 3 men on the BUMMEL. Okay, I've definitely failed trying to make a German accent. Maybe it's something on the lines of Jerome, okay, Jerome, 3 men. Okay, I suck at German accents. Let's forget this ever happened. 3 Men on the BUMMEL is one of the most interesting books ever. It is set 12 years after the 3 Men in a Boat situation. You go ahead and you learn about how 3 men in a boat learn what happened to them. They're 12 years older, but they're not 12 years wiser. They're just as dumb as they used to be, and unfortunately for us, they are still the 3 comedians ever. No post could be ever written about them. No anecdotes could be written about them, except they already have been by Jerome. You can say the same. Harris is said by that. Like, Harris is said to be without poems by J, aka Jerome. But we, the reader, can also see that that is the case for J. Jerome himself. What I do want to mention, though, is that how Jerome was able to go ahead and capture the exact same tone, or at least attempt to try to capture the same tone, as he did with his original 3 Men in a Boat into a BUMMEL. First of all, these 3 men got their wives. Now, they have wives, some of them have kids, and it's a mess for them. They never expected to go this far. I'm pretty sure they always wanted to stay single, so they could go on trips without bickering with their wives. But unfortunately for them, so they have wives now, so they decide, okay, you know what? We're going on a trip. What do you think we should do, gentlemen? I'd say a river should be nice. And they talk about the river, they mention 3 men in a boat again, and they're literally talking about how they could go ahead and live their lives again. Except this time they go ahead and start to live on the BUMMEL. They go ahead, stay on their BUMMEL, stay on their stuff, stay on their lives, but they need to convince their wives first. And after a little bit of little conversation that results in convincing their wives, they finally realize what they could do about this thing. They finally find out that we're just gonna go on a German trip. And they go on their German trip. They go on a bicycle tour, and it's awesome. Except for the one little tiny bit being that we are not living the best we can do. They talk about their anecdotes and everything, but there's a little something off about this. Compare 3 Men on the BUMMEL with 3 Men in a Boat. You kind of feel like 3 Men in a Boat is way better. It still has the same comedic tone. In fact, its comedic stuff, its anecdotes, and its wit is on the same level. It's on par with Jerome's 3 Men in a Boat. The only sad thing about it, though, is that it lost its human touch. There's nothing really that, how should I describe this, gigantic about it. There's nothing that really big and that very humanly about 3 Men on the BUMMEL. It's great. It's on par with 3 Men in a Boat, comical wise, but the story wise, though, it's a little disappointing. At the start of the story, during the time we have bickering the wives, packing up, and then giving someone those anecdotes right before they go on their bicycle tour. It's incredible. I feel pumped to read 3 Men on the BUMMEL, but as you go on, you get the feeling where your eyes droop. Your eyes drooped, and you're starting to fall asleep. That kind of thing. Greatly enough, though. That's what 3 Men on the BUMMEL is. But it starts to go back into the old 3 Men in a Boat style as the ending approaches. So, yeah, if a 3 Men in a BUMMEL is rated as 5, then I will have to rate this as a 3.8 or something like that. Or maybe like 3.8. Not even a 4, mainly because of how meh the story was compared to what 3 Men in a Boat. Probably due to the fact that I have no idea what a bicycle tour is compared to the 1900s. In the 1900s, at least then, we had some sort of bicycle ride, and those bicycle tours apparently were just, let's go take a car or a taxi or a plane or a train into different cities around this whole entire place, and then we take a bicycle ride within those cities, nowhere else, and we're not camping anywhere too. One of the saddest moments in the entire story. But whatever life happens to us, whatever happens, in the end, we get this comic relief. We get these 3 men back in Germany doing whatever the hell they want. Whatever they do, whatever they want, whatever anecdotes they want to do, whatever comic relief that they get, we get it. And as a result, we love it. It's not disappointing. Sure, the middle part, the journey part, was a little disappointing. Except for that one part when they accidentally left George in a different town. That was very, very funny. And it's just so comedic. Luckily, George was able to just have just enough money to get back, not even enough for food, so I guess he starved for 2 days. But hey, at least they got back together and got a hearty meal together. So, and that's all I can say about this story, to be honest. Three Men on the Bummel, one of the best books ever. Three Men in a Boat, it's still better, but Three Men in a Bummel is a perfect sequel. Just remember, they're 12 years older, but not 12 years wiser. I hope you guys enjoyed this nutty book. I hope to see you guys soon. Read both of these books, especially this Jerome K. Jerome's Three Men in a Boat and Three Men on the Bummel classics. And until next time, Shihana, peace. Bye bye.